everyone, welcome to Assassin's Creed Quick Lore, the show where we learn about everything Assassin's Creed and do it quick. I'm Locust and I'm gonna be your guide for today. We're gonna start off the series with the most obvious subject. The Assassin Brotherhood, or the Hidden Ones, as they were once called during the Order's early years. Their ideology or basic ideas have existed since at least 256 BCE, and have endured and persevered throughout the ages until today. The first official organized order, however, was founded in 47 BCE in Egypt by Aya of Alexandria, also known as Amunet, and her husband Bayek of Siwa. The Assassins have historically fought for the oppressed, seeking freedom and peace in all things. And just so you know, it wasn't easy getting in. You were either born into the order, like Altair or Ezio, or you would have to be recruited like our favorite pirate Edward Kenway. And before apprentices were inducted into the Assassin's Guild as a true member, they'd have to pledge to be an assassin under the creed, and train for a long time and prove that they were worthy. And what is this creed? I mean, it's in the name of the franchise. Well, it was essentially their guiding philosophical code. I guess we could say it was composed of its Maxim and the tenets each member had to follow.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
I'm pretty sure you heard this line before, especially if you've played the older games. And honestly, it's quite a head scratcher and a rather cryptic phrase to unravel. There have been numerous interpretations by many of the Order's members.
Do you remember, Altair, what it is the Assassin fight for?
Peace, in all things.
Yes, in all things. It is not enough to end the violence one man commits upon another. It refers to peace within as well. You cannot have one without the other.
So it is said.
So it is! But you, my son, have not found inner peace. Manifests in ugly ways. You are arrogant and overconfident.
Were you not the one to say that nothing is true and everything is permitted?
You do not understand the true meaning of the phrase, my child. It does not grant you the freedom to do as you wish. It is a knowledge meant to guide your senses. It expects a wisdom you clearly lack.
Yeah, what he said. The Italian Brotherhood mentor Ezio Auditore also explained in a very famous line that the Maxim was not a doctrine to be followed, but merely an observation of the world.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That is rather cynical.
It would be if it were doctrine, but it is merely an observation of the nature of reality. To say that nothing is true is to realize that the foundations of society are fragile, and that we must be the shepherds of our own civilization. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions, and that we must live with their consequences, whether glorious or tragic.
Arno Dorian, the protagonist from Ace Unity, also has a great monologue trying to make sense of it all.
The creed of the Assassin Brotherhood teaches us that nothing is forbidden to us. Once, I thought that meant we were free to do as we would, to pursue our ideals no matter the cost. I understand now. Not a grant of permission, the creed is a warning. Ideals too easily give way to dogma. Dogma becomes fanaticism. No higher power sits in judgment of us. No supreme being watches to punish us for our sins. In the end, only we ourselves can guard against our obsessions. Only we can decide whether the road we walk carries too high a toll. We believe ourselves redeemers, avengers, saviors. We make war on those who oppose us, and they in turn make war on us. We dream of leaving our stamp upon the world. Even as we give our lives in a conflict that will be recorded in no history book. All that we do, all that we are, begins and ends with ourselves.
I challenge you to think of what the Maxim means to you. Let me know your own interpretation in the comments below. To me, it means that we shouldn't take the superficial reality for granted, to seek the truth at all times. And whatever it is, we can choose to deal with it however we see fit, but we must take responsibility for all of our actions, one way or another. Whew, heavy stuff, right? Don't worry, we'll be heading to some lighter material now. The Creed mainly followed 3 simple moral tenets, which focused on ensuring missions were completed with success, that assassins had controls over their emotions, and that the Order remained safe. We start with...
First and foremost, stay your blade.
From the flesh of an innocent. I know.
Which is pretty self-explanatory, at least I think so. Killing innocents, not only would it create turmoil amongst the people against the assassins, but it would also tarnish the Order's name, making completing their future goals a much harder task.
The second tenet is that which gives us strength. Hide in plain sight. Let the people mask you such that you become one with the crowd.
Which again, it's a pretty simple one. The assassins really left all the cryptic messaging with the Maxim, huh? The goal of an assassin was to reach their target as silently as possible, kill them, and escape swiftly into the crowds. Obviously, you can see the connection to the first tenet. This would be impossible if the people weren't on your side. To the assassins, being able to kill a corrupt figure in a public, awe-inspiring assassination was a way to send a message to everyone, and to do so stealthily and vanish completely was the perfect method to create this sort of supernatural belief that an assassin could strike at any time, from anywhere. Alright, so this next one is very hard. Oh, who am I kidding?
The third and final tenet. The worst of all your betrayals. Never compromise the Brotherhood. Its meaning should be obvious. Your actions must never bring harm upon us, direct or indirect.
Yes, Al-Mualim, I know. And there you go, so much stuff still to cover about the assassins, but this will be all for today. I hope you all learned a lot about who and what the assassins are and the basic rules by which they govern themselves. Next time, we'll explore their counterpart organization and fierce enemies, the Templar Order. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified of the next video. Also, follow me on my socials if you want more Assassin's Creed content, and if you want to see this series continue, make sure to leave a like, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!